Good morning, everybody. It is a powerful 9:30 in the morning. This is the first vlog on the channel Nub Speaks. Basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to film a week of my life, and I might do this every week, I might do this every now and again, but I wanted to record a week of my life and what goes on. So what we're going to plan to do this morning is first we're going to cook breakfast. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do some YouTube stuff before we have to leave for work at noon. And we also got to pack our lunch for work today. So I'll be showing you guys what I eat in the morning, what I pack for lunch, and what my day consists of. I won't be recording much during work because work, but we'll still have a good time. So let's see what we can get done this morning. So lunch for the day is going to consist of some Black Forest ham, Swiss cheese, sandwich with light mayo, mustard, and on the side we have a couple of cucumber. I can hear the comments now. Oh, you don't look like that's all you eat. You probably look like you weigh 300 pounds. First off, I'm 280, thank you. Second of all, I weigh 280 instead of 300 because I used to weigh 320 pounds, but I've been dieting on and off. I say on and off because depression's a bitch and food gives me dopamine. So I've been dieting on and off, and so far I went from 320 to 280. Last week the depression hit uber hard and I kind of went a little too hard, so now we're back up to 285. So we gotta get back at it. We gotta get back in the gym because I didn't go to the gym at all last week. And if I can get more weight, but you know, in muscle mass and not in, you know, just fat, I'll be happy. So we're just gonna make our sandwich. We're gonna get to the gym tonight after work, and I'm working on it, all right? I'm gonna show you guys what you need to make some bomb-ass eggs. Firstly, your eggs. Shredded cheese that you shred yourself. You shred your own cheese, it's not as starchy and you get more. A little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. You also need a little bit of milk. When I say a little bit, I do mean a little bit, like maybe a teaspoon. Now you put everything in your bowl, get your fork, and you just mix everything up, brother. You cannot overdo this step. And just like that, we have scrambled eggs. I was gonna record the whole thing, but family came in and they wanted to talk, so they don't want to be on camera. But what I do plan on doing is I'm gonna fuck these eggs up. I'm gonna hop in a shower, get dressed and everything. And then for the rest of the day, up until I have to leave for work at noon, I am going to be right here working on some YouTube videos. So let's fuck up these eggs. Let's get to work. So a little side note here, regionals is this coming weekend. One of the other regionals. I said I was gonna go to it because a lot of people are like, oh, this is within reasonable driving distance. I was like, bet, I'm going. Well, I'm checking driving distance, and this bitch is like 5 hours from my house. Dog, what the fuck? So I did say in a video on my other channel that I was gonna go to this one, but it's looking like I might not be going. So yeah, looks like instead of 5 regionals this season, I'm going to 4. Shower has been taken, and this is probably gonna be one of the only channels nowadays where people see me without my hat. And the reason I wear a hat and everything is, it's no question, but I have a receding hairline. And I'm not embarrassed about the receding hairline, but I think it looks better to cover it up, if that makes any sense. Think about it like this. If you have like a zit, right, like on your face, very prominent, and you can't pop it, is it better to like put a band-aid over it and you look nicer, or just have it out and about? You know what I mean? I have that kind of logic with it. I look better with the hat, but I'm not ashamed that I'm balding because on my dad's side, my granddad's bald, my dad is still balding, my uncle, he doesn't have a bad hairline, but his hair is definitely thinning. On my mom's side, shut up. My granddad is bald, both my uncles are bald. So genetically, I'm fucked. But we did get out of the shower. I'm letting my hair dry out. I do towel dry it, but once I comb it back, I let it dry out because it falls down naturally. It looks really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the rest of the time typing up this script before we leave, because we have to leave in about an hour and a half. I'm hoping to get this script done before I leave, and then when I get back tonight from the gym, I can record audio for it, and then I can start stitching everything together. As I'm typing the script, one of my buddies posted the Greek nationals top 16, and he said rip Malice, because Malice is nowhere to be seen on here, which is wild. Looks like Mitsurugi is the new best deck. If you follow me on my other channel, you know that I'm doing a series where I'm trying to be competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! And taking the Blue Eyes structure to try to get it competitive. And I've been preparing for Malice, because that's just what my locals plays time and time again. And yes, it's good to prepare for your local, but being that Mitsurugi is not the top deck, it looks like I'm going to have to shift gears and plan for Mitsurugi at my locals, because that's just what a lot of people are going to be playing now. Mitsurugi and Memento. It's been about an hour since I started working on the script, and we started here, and since then I've done all of this. So I'm pretty happy with the amount that I got done. I do think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save here, and I'm going to take a breather, because I've been working on this nonstop for the past hour, and what I really want to do is I want to get a few things other product-wise done, kind of like divide and conquer in a sense. So what I plan on doing is I have this big old stack of cards right here that I need to sort and put away. There's some decks I need to dismantle that need to be sorted and put away. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow morning. I'm going to work on this script more when I get home, and I'm going to be planning other videos out. So with that, I will see you guys in the car when I'm on my way to work. I'm trying to fold laundry, but this little cretin keeps getting in my way, demanding attention, and she only demands attention when I'm busy. So if you guys haven't seen how I sort my cards, this is how I do it. Basically, I take the card in question and I put in these penny sleeves, which I have an ungodly amount of, and everything is sorted by alphabet. They're not literal alphabet where, like, you know, everything's like D-A, D-E, so on and so forth, but I know that everything that starts with the letter D is right here, everything that starts with the letter E is right here, and so on and so forth. So that way, if I'm looking for a card for like pet deck or for like competitive build, like this random card is now viable, I know exactly where to find it if I have it. Now that you've seen what I do with the cards that I plan on keeping, I'm gonna show you guys what I do with the bulk that I don't plan on keeping. So all of my bulk I put in this box here. It just goes right in here. Whenever this gets full, I take it to my local card shop, because the card shop I play at, they do bulk by the pound. So what they'll do is they'll just take all this out, put it on a scale, and they give me a flat rate of like $1.50 per pound. The other two cards I have is an Info Veiler and Snake Eye Vengeance Dragon. Vengeance Dragon isn't worth a lot, however, it is a card in a lore deck that people like to play. So I'm gonna put both of these in the trade binder. Not the one for the series I'm doing, but just like my personal trades. And now it is 5 till, so that means I have to leave in about 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish getting dressed, I'm gonna get my lunch packed up, and I'm going to start headed to get my job done, because this shiny cardboard that we all like to play with costs money, and YouTube doesn't exactly pay the bills. So let's get to corporate America and let's see what we can't do and get accomplished there. But first we have to do a good old-fashioned fit check. First we got the Wrangler plain gray shirt, camo shorts, Adidas shoes with the good old traction so they don't fall, and just random ass socks. I promise what I wear every day to day is better than this. I look a lot better, but it's work and I don't care. We have stopped to fuel our vehicle as well as fuel ourselves. So I don't know what it is whenever I feel sluggish, but this specific drink just makes me feel good. Better than like drinking normal energy drinks. It's something that I've heard called Gator Bowl. So what you do, you take a Gatorade and a Red Bull and you mix them together. The ratios vary from person to person. I'll show you guys what I do. Also, I like how I'm trying to record this. Meanwhile, my steering wheel is in the way. Get down there. So first you need to empty out a little bit of your Gatorade, like so. I usually empty out to about there. Again, do whatever ratio you want. I always buy the smaller Red Bull, so I'm not having to drink as much. Now this Red Bull has 110 calories. Our eggs gave us 140. I try to keep it below 1,000 calories per day. So these two together with our eggs gives us, I believe, let's see, this is 10, this is 110, so this is 120 plus 140. That is 150 calories so far eating today, at about 1,000 maximum. So we have about 850 left for the day. Fill it up to there. So We have 850 calories left for the day. That's not including our lunch and our dinner tonight. And I have to get some stuff for dinner tonight, so I'll show you guys what we're going to be doing whenever we get there. I do have that meal prepped already. Drink the rest of the Red Bull. And now we have Gator Bowl, a drink full of caffeine and electrolytes, baby. It's the Blue Glacier and the Winter Breeze. I think this one's actually Juneberry. Pretty good combination. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it. The car is fueled up. I am fueled up. So one thing I do on here with all my receipts, I have a thing called Fetch. Also, this is not sponsored, by the way, but I do Upside from where I used to do deliveries, and I got cash back for filling up the FedEx truck. And then what I do now is I also have attached to my actual debit card, so I get points for that, cash back for that. Now I don't think I'm gonna get cash back here because it says I get a penny back off of $2.40 a gallon, but I have an account here with Circle K. So that makes that $2.40, $2.35. So it's less than what the app is offering me. So I won't get that cash back, but I will get cash back for the Gator Bowl. So there's that. But I also do this thing called Fetch. Again, not sponsored, but you scan your receipts and you get points, and you can use those points to get stuff. And I'm saving points to get either a Visa gift card or an Amazon gift card. I haven't decided which one. But 50,000 points equals, I think, a $100 Amazon gift card. So I can use that $100 to get like new recording equipment, new microphones, stuff like that. I'm hoping to use that and save up enough money to be able to get some new lavalier mics. I want to get Rode. I want to get the Rode mics at some point. They're like $300 though. But I think you can get them used on Amazon for about $240-ish. So I'm hoping at some point I can get those. I got other stuff I'm trying to get first. I do have another set of lavalier mics coming in because the ones that I use, I lost one of them and I found it. It was in the fucking wash machine. So I had to order a new set. I'm waiting on those to come in. That way I can record game or card videos again, like the actual playing of them. Like if it was just like me sitting at my desk doing deck profiles, then I could do that all day long. But I need the lavalier mics, so we're going to wait on those to get in. They're supposed to be here on the 19th, but the motherfucker I ordered them from, they didn't ship them out until like yesterday. So they ain't gonna get here. I messaged them being like, hey, why didn't you send these out yet? It says I'm supposed to get them by the 19th. There's no way to get them now. And he didn't message me back. It just said they've been shipped. And I'm just like, brother, why have you not already shipped these out? Anyway, rant over. We gotta get to work. We'll be early enough to where I can just chill for a minute before we have to start working, but we won't be early enough to where I can just like watch a video or whatever. So let's get down there and let's get to work. First break going on. I didn't take the phone inside to record because I'm working and there's not gonna be a whole lot going on. But while I was working, I was restocking. Look at this shit. I found a thing of gumballs, 75 cents. Now I did say I was on a diet, but these are 25 calories per, and I'm just going to be chewing on these all day because I want to try to get a more refined jawline, and chewing gum is a good way to do that. I was going to buy gum anyway, but a pack of 5 gum is like $5, or not $5, it's like $2.50, $3. This is 75 cents. That's a good deal. I'll take that deal. I'm probably not going to do it during my first break just because I only got 15 minutes, but during my lunch break, I will be reading this. I want to get back into reading manga and watching more anime episodes. So during my lunch break, I will be reading this. It's Pokemon Adventures Gold and Silver. It's the 10th volume of the Pokemon manga. I've been reading it on and off for the past few years. And if you haven't read it and you're a Pokemon fan, I highly recommend it. It is a very good story. For people who wanted a more dark story for Pokemon, this is it. You want to read this. Got through another break, another car shot. Again, not recording anything in the store because I'm working. But we are about halfway through the day. It's 6 o'clock. I got 4 more hours. When I get back in, I'll have 3 more. So looking forward to that. And after we get done here, we get to go to the gym tonight. I'm going to be doing upper body today. And then we're doing upper body today, tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be doing lower body. And then Thursday will be full body. And Friday and Saturday, I know Saturday I won't be doing weightlifting because I'm going to be playing locals. And it's 2 locals back to back on Saturdays for me, so I don't have time. But Friday, I'm debating on if I want to go to a track that's near my house and do cardio. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But I'm enjoying my meal. I'm going to put on a YouTube video and read through what I can of volume 10 of Adventures. And I'll let you guys know how far I get at the end of lunch, and we will, and if I like it or not. So stay tuned for that. Update time. I almost finished it, didn't quite finish it, and now I'm not using a receipt as a bookmark. Unfortunately, lunch is now over, so I gotta get back in there. I gotta finish my work day, and then tonight we get to go to the gym and lift up heavy things and put them back down. We are finally off work. Hallelujah. So now what the plan is, I'm gonna go to the gym. I did get some stuff for dinner tonight. We're gonna be doing chicken wraps that I meal prep chicken for. It's basically chipotle sauce, hot sauce, light sour cream, chicken, lettuce, and a low carb tortilla wrap. And the only reason I'm doing low carb is because the low carb tortillas are 60 calories per, whereas the regular tortillas I think are 110 calories per. So I'm pretty much getting half the calories for the same price. And I do have a upper body workout plan that I'm going to be doing while up at the gym. If I remember, I'll flash a picture of it here. I'm probably going to do a little bit of adjustments for it. I want to see my max on everything. So what I probably want to be doing is each rep going heavier in weight until I can't anymore. So I will figure out what my max is, write that down, and then I'm going to use that as a pinpoint for my upper body workouts going forward. I know typically this is like, oh, your day at the gym, there's a day at the gym where you find out all of this for upper and body all at once. I ain't got time for that. I gotta get to the gym, I gotta get the workout in, and I gotta get home so I can work on some other stuff. So we're just gonna be doing upper body today, figure out where our maxes are with all these upper body workouts you see here, and I will see you guys at the gym. We made it to the gym, and for any advice to anyone who's like, oh, I wanna go to the gym, but I'm tired after work and I don't wanna go. First off, excuses. Second of all, if you are like me and you're tired after work and you live a decent ways away and you don't want to be tired whenever you head home, I'd get an energy drink of your choice. I drink half of it before going into the gym, so that way I have energy by the time I get dressed to my gym clothes. And then afterwards, I drink the other half on the way home, so that way I'm not dead tired when on my way home. I'm tired when I get home, but I have something keeping me awake for the drive there. So I'm gonna hop in here, I'm gonna get some workout done. I forgot my tripod, so I'm not gonna be able to record anything in the gym, like workout wise, but I will have it tomorrow, I promise. So we're gonna get in here, we're gonna get at it, and we're gonna see if we can't pick some heavy stuff up and then put it back down. Bro, they are literally playing Mulan music in my gym. This shit's wild. Oh God, the hairline's back. And now for the best part about any workout, the protein shake. This is just cookies and cream whey protein per serving. One serving size is 1 scoop. Per serving, it's 190 calories, and it's packing a whopping, if I can find it here, 30 grams of protein per serving. Now you could double up, but I'm not going super hard in the gym right now. And I'm also trying to lose weight, so, oh, that smells good. So I am opting to go with just a single serving as of right now. Beep. Come on, give daddy what he wants. This alone makes the workout worth it. Now I do carry this handy dandy little notebook here, and I write down all the reps and types of workouts I do whenever I go to the gym, so I can keep like a track of like my progress. And the last time I wrote in this, I'm ashamed to admit, I did not think it was this long since I've been to the gym. The last time I went to the gym was March 30th, and today is the 18th of May. So it's been nearly 2 months since I've been to the gym, but I guess better late than never, I suppose. For today, it's been focused on upper body, like I said earlier in the video. I did say I was gonna try and do maxes, but the starting weights, as I kept going, I'm just like, it's getting harder and harder, and I get that that's the point, but god damn. Starting out with the incline bench using dumbbells, we had 25 pounds dumbbells, 3 sets of 10. Cable flies, 3 sets of 12 at a 20 pounds. Arnold press, again with dumbbells. I don't think you can do them with a bench press. If you can, I don't know. 3 sets of 10 at 20-pound dumbbells. Lateral raises, 3 sets of 12 set to 15 pounds. And I need to record myself next time. I promise I'll have the tripod next time. So that way you guys can see my form and everything. And I can look back at it. And if anybody has any suggestions on my form, you can let me know in the comments. Seated cable rows, 3 sets of 12 sets at 55 pounds. Dumbbell curls, 3 sets of 10 at 20 pounds. Tricep push downs, 3 sets of 10 sets at 35 pounds. And finally, to round things off, a 10-minute walk on the treadmill. I think I started at 10:20. It is now 11:44, and that's counting getting dressed, stretching, taking a shower, getting dressed again, and all that good stuff. So it's going to be like 12:30ish by the time I get home, which isn't bad. Whenever I was on my old schedule from 2 to 11, I was like 2 in the morning by the time I got home, and I pretty much had to go straight to bed. But now, getting home at like 12:30, I have like an hour to an hour and a half to just do whatever. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat dinner. Finally, I'm starving. And I'm gonna probably round out today with a little bit of Minecraft. I know it's dark as fuck, you can't see, but, and I know this is cringe because it's Sonic, but this song fucking slaps. I don't give a goddamn what anybody says. This is the best thing to come out of any Sonic game, especially Sonic 06. It is 12:20 and I have no idea how I got home this fast. So I'm currently cooking dinner, and by cooking I mean reheating because I meal prep all my stuff. And afterwards, I need to wash this out because I learned the hard way. If you leave protein powder in the shaker for too long, and by too long I mean like a day, it doesn't turn out so well. Like it just permanently stinks the shaker cup. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the protein powder. Rude. I don't know if it's the protein powder I specifically used, but it did that. So we're gonna prep food, then we're gonna wash this. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and fix lunch for tomorrow, so that way I have a little bit extra time in the morning and I don't have to be in such a big of a rush. And yeah, then we'll be back into the studio and just gonna wind up the night with some Minecraft. For one of the best dietary meals, you're going to get your low-carb tortilla with a little bit of iceberg lettuce. You're going to want to put a few pieces of your chicken on that bad boy. I was going to say put some shredded cheese on it, but somebody ate all my cheese that I had. There was still like 2/3 of a block left in that bag, and it's now all gone since I used it this morning. So no cheese on the chicken burrito. The joys of living with family. After you're done crying over the cheese, you're going to put light sour cream on the chicken burrito. Next, you're gonna add a little bit of Taco Bell chipotle sauce, some fire sauce for good measure, and finally some reduced sodium bacon bits. Ooh boy, that sure looks tasty. I bet it'd be even tastier with some cheese on it. KK, have you missed me? Have you missed me, KK? Come here. Come here, KK. Come hither. Come hither, child. Come hither, my child. Alright, chicken cup's washed. Lunch is ready for tomorrow. And dinner is ready. I know I was making a big deal about the cheese in the kitchen. And honestly, it being out is not a big deal. What I find annoying is instead of telling me, hey, we ate all of this thing, you are now out, where I can get more because I don't mind them eating it. That's why I bought it. I now have errands to do tomorrow before I even eat breakfast because I like cheese with my eggs. So now I have to run to the store because there's a Dollar General close to me that I have to now get more cheese in order to cook. And it adds an extra step in my day. Whereas instead before it was cook breakfast, eat breakfast, shower, work on YouTube. It's go to a store, then cook breakfast, then shower, then work on YouTube. So I have less time before I have to go to work. But it's whatever. I'm just going to sit here, enjoy my chicken burrito, and I'm going to be playing some Minecraft. Update on the Minecraft. I'm letting things idle craft shit while also watching Dragon Rulers. Finished with Minecraft for the night, and I did decide to read the last couple of chapters of my manga. And it was pretty good. I liked it. I do think that the story is progressing pretty well. I do like the added lore that they added to this that you don't get in the games. Overall, between game story versus manga story for Pokemon, I much prefer the manga story. I really hope that one of these days they adapt this into a anime style thing. I know they're probably not going to because it is very violent, especially in the beginning. But they do lose that kind of violent tendency once they get to here. So if you're like, oh, it's gonna be blood and gore for the entire thing, as of right now, it is not just that, but it is still a good read. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been looking into getting some cheaper QCRs, because as you've seen with K9, if you follow Yu-Gi-Oh, Pankratops is going to be very good with K9. So I went ahead and bought a playset of Pankratops QCRs because they're going to go up and they're going to be very, very well with K9. And I would like to play QCR Pank with K9 when it comes out. So I went ahead and bought them. I might buy a fourth for my separate QCR collection. But I'm thinking about getting some cheaper QCRs, both for the collection, the QCR collection, as well as just you never know when a random archetype is going to get made or like new support. And then that 50-cent QCR is going to bump way up to like $6, $7 each. And you need a playset. So I'm thinking about getting those. But for right now, it is a powerful 2:09 in the morning. I'm going to get to bed. And I will see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye. Good morning.
KK also says good morning.
It is 9:30 in the morning. It is time to wiki eggs, but no cheese, but we do have bakey. Goal for this morning is the same goal as yesterday morning. Get up, make breakfast, eat breakfast, take a shower, work on script a little bit before we gotta leave for work. Luckily this time we already packed lunch last night, so I don't have to stop to do that, and I have a little bit more time to work on the script. Hopefully I can get a good chunk of it done. I was hoping to get it done yesterday, but I was just like, keep going and going and going. And so I stopped to have a bit of a breather before I left for work. Hopefully today I can get damn near done, if not done. So yeah, let's get up. We still gotta go to the store and get cheese because we're out. Yay! Alright, the bed, it's now mostly made. I need to do a little bit extra to it. KK's favorite blanket. And the reason that I make my bed every day is because there's a quote that I once heard, and that quote is, how can you expect to rule the world if you can't even make your bed every day? So every day I try to make the bed and I get my day rocking and rolling. Also, it just makes it easier for KK to get up there and get on her blanket. One other thing I need to make sure that I do today, you drunk? Stay up there. Is to make sure that I get my gym bag inside, because I forgot to bring it inside last night. I need to bring it in and repack it so that way I have all my gym stuff, because if I don't have my gym bag, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not going to work out in my work clothes. If I don't have my shaker cup, I can't drink my protein, because you're supposed to drink a protein shake as soon as you can after your workout, so that way you have that protein while your muscles are trying to rebuild. So I want to get my shaker cup in there. I need to make sure I get stuff for a shower. Yesterday I forgot my sweat rag. I usually bring a rag with me to wipe my face off because I drip sweat. There's a fly in here. Get the fuck out of here. But because I drip sweat when I'm at the gym, and I don't want to have to like use my shirt and lift my shirt up every time. So I need to make sure I pack one of those. I just need a bigger gym bag because I also bring like shoes and everything with me. I wear slides whenever I leave the gym. So I'll be having 2 pairs of shoes in my bag whenever I leave the gym. It's just a lot to carry. I ordered one and I was just like, I don't know how big this is in comparison. I don't have like a means to see how big it is. So the gym bag I bought is too small. So what I need to do is I need to get a new gym bag. And that's probably going to be a Tuesday purchase. I'm just going to look at the store Tuesday whenever I get off work and see what they have. But that's going to be today's goal. I'm definitely sore after stop falling over. But I'm definitely sore after yesterday, especially right here. Like this is pretty sore from yesterday. My left arm isn't. My right arm is for whatever reason. So I'm probably going to take some Tylenol whenever I get home too, just to kind of like hopefully ease the pain. I'll probably take some more before going to the gym too. I'm hoping that I'm doing the exercises right. I really want to make sure I'm doing that so that way I know I'm not going to hurt myself, because that would suck to go to the gym to try to get in shape and then accidentally tear something and the doctor's like, you can't exercise for like a month, and I'm just like, great. So anyway, enough yapping. Let's get to the store, let's get what we need, let's get back home so we can cook some breakfast. Items have been obtained, and you might be wondering, why did you buy a bucket? Because it's a bucket for $1. At my specific Dollar General, in the $1 section, they have these buckets, and these aren't like, they're cheap buckets, but they're not like cheap feeling, like flimsy, like, you know, you can bend them and they'll break. They actually feel like good quality buckets, and it's $1, and my motto is, you can never have too many buckets, because one day the roof's gonna leak and you're gonna need a shit ton of buckets, and by God, I got a shit ton of buckets. I think I've bought like 15 since I've moved down here. Every time I come to the Dollar General, I get a bucket. They remodeled and they got rid of the buckets for a while, and I was pissed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because my dad unironically uses these buckets. He uses them a lot for whatever reason, but they brought them back and I'm a happy camper. So every time I come down here, they'll get at least $1 extra from me every time. We've made it home and breakfast has been obtained. I didn't record me making breakfast this time because my grandmother's watching TV in the living room and she can't hear, so the TV is extremely loud. But we are going to be eating breakfast, then we're going to be taking a shower, and then we got to go back out to the truck and get our gym stuff ready. It's not looking like I'm going to have much time to work on a script today, but that's okay. That's just how things work sometimes. But let's go ahead and get breakfast ate, let's go ahead and get showered, and let's get what we need to get done before we have to go to work, or at least as much as we can done. Okay, everything for work is ready. I have like an hour left before I have to go to work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to record anymore until we're actually leaving for work. I'm going to set my phone down. I'm going to transfer everything over to this SD card, the footage-wise that I've recorded so far. That way I can have more room on my phone when I go to the gym tonight. So we'll see you guys whenever I'm in the truck. It is time to go to work. Currently a powerful 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, I start work at 1, so I leave at noon. It doesn't take me that long to get to work. Depending on traffic, it can take between 30 and 45 minutes. That's how I got home so quick last night, because I was heading home at like midnight and there wasn't any traffic because everybody who's sane is at home asleep. So I get to leave for work at noon and get home at like 12:20. So a powerful 12 hours gone from home, but it is well worth it because we're getting bread, so that way we can get more shiny cardboard. We're getting gains, so that way for once in our lives we actually look good naked. It is sprinkling a little bit. I'm going to carry my umbrella with me into work, so that way I can, well, just stay dry, just in case it does rain while I leave for lunch, because I do eat lunch in my car. No manga today. I don't have any more. I'm gonna try and get some more this Friday while I'm out running errands. I don't buy a whole lot whenever I do. Like, I don't buy, like, I can read a manga a day, but I don't usually buy like 7 or 8 because that's a lot of money that I'd rather put into like my content, as well as putting into my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So I usually just buy 1, maybe 2 if they're on sale, or if I can find like a used copy. I might scour online to see if I can't find like a decent price for like a good collection of them. Like, see if somebody's like, hey, I read Doro Yudoro and I didn't like it, here's volumes 4 and 5 for like $20. I'll take that deal. That's a good deal. But anyway, all the footage from yesterday and this morning is on the SD card. That didn't take long because a lot of the clips were just like a few seconds long. Tonight, however, whenever I go to the gym, because I did remember my tripod this time, the only thing I didn't get was my microphone, my Levier mic. So there won't be any talking, or at least not much during it. I will be simply just working out, and I'm probably going to be putting music in the background of it. But tomorrow I'll have a microphone, and tomorrow's leg day, so you're gonna hear me struggling and my thoughts on it during leg day. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I need to get some more manga and books in general to read while I'm at lunch, or just download Crunchyroll and just watch more anime and use that time to catch up on shows I want to watch. But I would like to get like an iPad or something in order to do that, and get like a little hotspot for it, or at least like see if I can find one that's just like, hey, I want to use this with data and just pay specifically just data to watch stuff on it. But yeah, just find like a tablet that I can just purchase data to put on it, so that way I can just set it up on my windshield and just watch shows. There's a number of things I want to get. For right now, we'll stick with the phone. I'll probably wind up downloading Crunchyroll, like I said, and just watching episodes of anime I want to watch while I'm at lunch. And then slowly but surely we'll upgrade the setup. And I do want to get like a visor thing for my windshield. I bought one a while back, but I drive a Ford Maverick, and there's like a big plastic thing right here that keeps it from sitting in here flush. So I want to see if they make ones that are like specifically for Ford Maverick windshields, so that way it'll fit here very nice. And then eventually get like ones that like cover up my passenger and driver side windows, so that way I don't have to worry about people looking at me while I'm eating my lunch. But yeah, we're gonna head on down. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Gator Bowl today. If I get a Gator Bowl, it'll probably be whenever I actually get to work, and I'll just buy one at work and then mix it up while I'm there. But we shall see. You guys probably won't see me until I get to my first 15. I might spend it in here, or I might just say fuck it and spend it in the break room like I did in my last 15, because I failed to see the point of going all the way to my car, just sitting here for 15 minutes, where I suppose I could just go to my break room, put my headphones in, and do the same thing I'm going to be doing in here, just scrolling through TikTok for 15 minutes, and then not have to be as comfortable for just 15, whereas I'd rather be in my truck and be comfortable for a full hour. But yeah, I'll probably see you guys whenever my first break hits, or at very least at lunch break. Just now getting off for lunch, and I just got a very, very interesting email. So I applied to be partnership with a energy drink company, and they said yes. So I guess that means this video is sponsored by Advanced GG. How the fuck did we end up like this? So with that being said, I'm going to let future me, who has already recorded a whole thing talking about Advanced GG, talk about it now. So that way he can more so explain about Advanced GG and how you can save money using my code. This video is brought to you by Advanced GG. Advanced GG offers energy, focus, and hydration supplements that has less than 5 calories, 0 added sugars, and a whole lineup of incredible flavors to choose from. Right now you can use my code NUB10 for 10% off your next order. Whether you're up late gaming, need better hydration, or trying to stay sharp at locals, Advanced GG has you covered. So obliterate your thirst, hit the link in the description, and use my code NUB10 for 10% off your next order. That's NUB10 at checkout for 10% off, and thank you Advance for sponsoring this video. How do we get here? Sponsored! Fuck yeah. Anyway, work is going by decently. We will be taking lunch, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to finish the day, go to the gym, get our gains in. We're gonna do the same workout that we did yesterday, and then when we get home, we're probably going to, I want to say work on a script some more, but I honestly just kind of like want to chill. I might stream tonight. I might do that. Anyway, so that being said, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch. I'm gonna watch some videos, and I'll see you guys at the end of the day.
You're pretty safe just activating True Light whenever without having to go to the spirit first. Yeah, we're gonna activate wishes.
It is many hours later. So I was gonna record the next clip when I got out of work, but here's the thing. I'm stupid, and in between now and the last clip that you guys saw, I forgot to turn my phone off, so it died, and it's been charging since. So we did go to the gym, we got our workout in, and we found this in our mailbox. What this is, my new Levier microphones. We got, ooh, I got a $10 e-gift card. to the TikTok shop because that's where I got this off of. I'm gonna try it, and hopefully these are at least a little good. I don't know how good they are. Based on the videos I saw, they were pretty decent. So we're gonna plug this in and see how it works. Okay, so theoretically, this should be working. Ideally, it'd also help if you guys could see me. So we're gonna raise that up a tad. So hopefully, right now you guys are able to hear me pretty damn clear. I saw the reflection and got super spooked. But yeah, hopefully this thing is picking me up and nothing else. So if you guys are watching this specific clip, then I got it to work. It's the next day and I have a problem. So I think I went too hard in the gym because I physically cannot straighten my arm. That right there, what you see, is about as good as it gets. My arm, both arms, especially my left one, never try to straighten out. Like, that's as far as I'm going. That right there is as far as I'm going. I think what it is, I went too hard in the gym. I think I need to reduce doing 7 exercises down to like 4. So I think today it's going to be leg day, so I get to rest my arms. But I'm not going to go as hard as I did arms initially with my legs, because if this happens to my legs, I'm actually screwed. So we're going to eat breakfast, get showered up, and I think today, instead of working on the script, we're going to work on a new deck for Pet Deck. I have one in mind that I have all the cards for. I just need to put it together, and I'm maybe doing some play testing with it just to make sure that I have like the combos down. Shower has been taken. I think I decided on the deck I'm going to be bringing to local Saturday for the next Pet Deck. I think we're going to be bringing Odeon Fiendsmith. It was between this and Exodia, but I kind of want to wait on the Exodia because I'm waiting for this card to come out. Waiting for this guy to come out. Soul of Gaia the Fierce Tonight. This is a new Millennium card, and it is what I said the deck needed. I've been saying that the deck needed a monster negate, so that way you can't just Valor Exodia, because if you're going first, you have Exodia out, your opponent's just gonna say Valor, and then you're just screwed, because now your monster that gains attack equal to your life points can't do that. Also, it can be destroyed by your opponent's card effects now. Also, it can't be a spell trap negate. So this is a monster negate, and it's almost good. The reason I say that is because this would have been great during Fiendsmith format, not Fiendsmith format, Ryzeal format, because it makes all your opponent's monsters level 7, so it's hard stops Ryzeal. If Ryzeal was still the best deck, this card would be insane, but it should have been released like 2 or 3 formats ago. The other reason it's not completely insane is because you have to attribute other Millennium monster that you control to negate the monster effect, which you're gonna have. That's not the problem. It is a hard once per turn, which is fair, but in the current format we have, a one-time monster negate and a one-time spell trap negate is not going to be enough. Unless it's like you're targeting a very specific card. You can lower a ceiling for sure, but it's not going to be enough. So when this card comes out, I will make the new Exodia deck, and I will try it out. I still don't think it's going to be enough. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks aside, what we're going to be doing now is I still got to make lunch for today. So it's currently 9:50, so I leave in like what, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I need to go ahead and make my lunch, and then probably I'm just going to be here getting all the cards for the deck ready, so that way Saturday all I have to do is pack it up and go. The only thing that I'll have to steal from another deck is Fuelos. I own 4 Fuelos. 3 of them are for starting from scratch. So I'll have to take 2 from that deck and put it in the Fiendsmith deck. But other than that, I think we're going to be pretty good to go with this Fiendsmith Odeon build. I don't know how well I'm going to do with it, but I've been playtesting with the deck. I'm fairly confident with it. So we'll see what we can accomplish with it. About to get ready to head out to work, but we just got paid today, and I did work some overtime in the last pay period, so we got a decent check today. And unfortunately, we're going to be using a good chunk of that to get things we need, as well as pay off some debt. So, even though we got a bigger paycheck this pay period, we're not going to be getting a lot of, like, you know, big extravagant stuff. Pretty much what we're going to be getting is things we need. I have some debt that needs to be paid off. Things that we need. I need to get a new siphon pump for Romeo. I need to get some groceries while I'm out, because we are out of eggs. So that's going to cost an arm and a leg. But yeah. Whenever we get off work today, we're gonna go to the gym, and today's the leg day. Like I said earlier in the video, I am not gonna go nearly as hard on my legs as I did my arms. So like I said, I took, let me sit you guys down for a second. I took ibuprofen earlier. I still can't bend my arm, and it still hurts. So there's that. But I'm not gonna go as hard as on my legs, so that way I can still walk the next day. And I still gotta go to the track Friday, so I gotta make sure that I can, move for that. But that's gonna be the plan today. We've got to get ready for work. At work, I don't know what they're gonna have me doing. I really hope it's nothing like things and be like, hey, here's a bunch of 50-pound boxes that you're gonna have to, put on the shelf. And I was like, great. But we're gonna do that. I didn't wind up getting the deck ready for not Local Legends. That's the series it's based off of. But I didn't wind up getting the deck ready for Local Saturday because I've been working on this. Hang on one second. I've been working on this because now I'm sponsored by Advance, and I had two designs. I had this one, and I'll pull up the other one where I had Obliterate Your Thirst. And because it's not just energy, it's also hydration. Like, I didn't even mean to do this, but the 3 tubs I got were for hydration, energy, and focus. So, accidentally showed off what they do. The only one I don't have on here is sleep. They have like sleep aid ones. I don't have those on here, but I wanted the 3 that I plan on getting. And I love lemonade drinks. I love blue raspberry, and strawberry kiwi is always good. So I got those, and I put it with like some friends of mine, seeing which one they liked, and they liked Obliterate Your Thirst better than Drink It or Else. I really liked Drink It or Else because I think it's funny, but sometimes you need like whatever Obliterate Your Thirst is. I guess that's like a more professional one, I guess you can say. But that's it. That's what I'm going to be posting to Twitter today, saying, hey, I'm sponsored now. Headed to work now. I might stop by the gas station on my way into work today and get me a Gator Bowl, as well as a little something to hold me off until lunch. Because the problem that my diet has me doing is I will wake up at about 9, eat lunch at about 10, right? Or eat lunch about 10. Eat breakfast at around 10, 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's usually whenever I eat breakfast. The problem with that is that I only eat 2 eggs, and that is it. I don't have anything else with it. I have cheese with it, but cheese isn't very filling unless you eat a shit ton of it. And if you eat a shit ton of cheese, you got more problems. But I eat 2 eggs with some cheese on it, and that's it. I don't have like oats. I don't have like fruit or anything like that. It's just the eggs, right? Eggs are roughly 70. You drunk bastard, quit falling over. Eggs are roughly 70-ish calories each. And so I eat 2 eggs, that's 140 calories to start out my day. I try to eat no more than 1,000 calories in a day. That's including my protein shake that I drink at the end of workouts. Because the protein shake I think said it's like 130, something like that. I'd have to double check. But the problem arises in that eggs themselves aren't very filling. Usually you pair eggs with something in your breakfast, or you're eating a significant amount of them to have them be your breakfast. So like usually instead of 2 eggs, you eat like 4 or 5. But I eat 2 eggs every day. So, a dozen eggs gets me just about through my week. The only time I don't eat eggs for breakfast, stop falling over, you bitch. That's one thing I need to get. I need to get a thing for my truck to put my phone up, because right now you guys are just kind of propped up. Get something that like mounts the phone on like my rear view mirror or something. But as I was saying, usually you pair them with something. The only time I don't do that is Saturdays. Saturdays are my cheat days. I eat more caloric, and is that the word? Caloric, I think it's the word, caloric dense foods that day, because what your body does is it takes those calories and it says, hey, we haven't been getting calories a lot lately. Don't put any of this in the back burner. Use all of this because we don't know when we're going to get this again. So do that. And then any calories we do get, we'll still put in the back burner, and we'll use the back burner, i.e. your fat, to use later. So that's why I do Saturdays. And I'm also looking at L-carnitine, I think it is. L-carnitine, whatever it is. I've been seeing a bunch of ads for it. First off, I don't recommend going in with just because a TikTok ad said, hey, this burns fat. Do not recommend it. Do your research. But I did my research, and what they're saying kind of holds water. What they're saying is that your body naturally produces L-carnitine, and what that does is it tells your body, hey, don't use the carbs and sugars in the blood, in your blood as energy source. Use what you have, use your fat, what you put in reserve as your energy source. So I'm looking into that, and I looked like, hey, is this stuff dangerous to take? And so far what I've seen is you can take it daily up to 12 months. So you take whatever the daily dosage is, you can take a day for a year and be fine. What I'm not seeing though is what do you do after that? Like, how long is the grace period before it's done again? It's like, hey, your body's reset, you're good to go. Like, I'll use this as an example. If you go on a juice cleanse, right? Like, you drink nothing but juice and water for, let's just say, a month, right? You can't immediately go back into eating regular foods because your body is not used to it anymore, and it can not necessarily go into shock, but like you'll feel like shit for like a few days. So what you do is you work your way back in. You go from juice to more like thicker liquids, like smoothies. You go into smoothies, and then you go from smoothies to like, light foods, like, just like very, very light salads, stuff that the body can easily digest, and then you can go into eating like meat and stuff like that again. So I don't know if it's something like that, where it's just like, hey, your body doesn't know how to do this anymore, you dial back on the dosage now, or if it's just like you cut cold turkey and then your body's just like, okay, we're good now. Or if it's just, hey, time to go into panic mode. This thing that we've been getting for the past year, we're not getting anymore. So I need to do some research on that. I need to see if I can find an expert and be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And if I can take it, how long can I take it? And after that period, how long do I have to go before I take it again? Because if it's like a year on, a year off, you can lose a lot of weight in a year, but you can also gain a lot of weight in a year. It's a lot easier to put on pounds than it is to take off. That's something I want to look into potentially, not on its own. If I can find some, the ones I've seen are like flavored, right? Like, oh, this is peach ring, this one's blue raspberry, this one's watermelon. If I can find a flavorless one that I could just be like, yo, take a cap of this, put it in your protein shake after your workouts, and you're set, I'd be happy. I'd be down to do that. Fuck it. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to probably stop in the gas station on my way in. Probably gonna stop in the gas station on my way into work, get something to hold me over, and as well as a Gator Bowl, because I'm a little sluggish this morning. I try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and I got close to it. I'm not complaining by any metric, but it's enough to where it's it's like you're a little tired, So I'm gonna try and get some Gator Bowl in me, get some electrolytes, some caffeine going, and we're just gonna go through our day at work and see what happens. Gator Bowl achieved. Today we're mixing the Frost flavor. I thought I was kind of scammed. I thought this is sugar-free, but it is in fact not. And the sugar-free watermelon Red Bull. Why these two? I don't know. I just thought it sounded good. First I tried the Gatorade. That's not bad. Bring it down to about the line. Watermelon Red Bull. Yo, Advance, I know this isn't your drink and I'm sponsored and all, but if you make a Gator Bowl flavored drink, I'll drink it. I promise you. That is an aggressive. You know how watermelon things don't actually taste like watermelon? That's what this kind of tastes like. Except very sharp. It kind of tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. They don't taste like watermelon, but they taste like watermelon that's trying to be watermelon. Oh, oh, oh. Can you do it? There we go. Give it a little mixy. Frosted watermelon gator bowl. That's fire. I don't care what anybody. Try this. Try this. Do this. That's just delightful. That's all that is right there. That's just a quality drink. That's quality H2O. Also, my snack while I was in there was a Special K protein bar. 12 grams of protein and 180 calories. End up dilly-dallying. We gotta get to work. Lunch break. So while I was at work, I got these sleeve things. They're compression sleeves to try to help like the pain of it. One of my coworkers said that it helped her with like her foot and stuff like that. They help a little bit. They don't help a whole lot, but it's better than what it was. So I'm gonna keep them on. I'm gonna keep them on for the rest of the day. And I'm also going to wear them while I work out tonight, because tonight isn't upper body, it's lower body, so it's leg day. So probably going to be buying more of these tomorrow for the aftermath of leg day. But right now what we got to do is we got to take advantage of being able to get to this pet store right over here. Also, I'm in the parking lot while not wearing the seatbelt, but I will put it on because people around here don't know how to drive. But we got to take advantage of being right next to the pet store. I swear one of these days I will get a mount for this thing, but I'm going to be taking advantage. Before this phone falls over again, I'm going to take advantage of being off work, going down to this pet store to get a siphon pump for Romeo. So that way this Friday I can siphon his pump out and I don't have to leave anywhere to go get one Friday. I can just go get it, or I can just like do it. And then I don't have to leave the house until it's time to go to locals. So let us skirt right over here. I did say it was literally like on the other side of the parking lot. So let's get in here. Let's get a siphon pump. I might get some dirt for the aquarium while I'm in here. So that way I can like pack some stuff down in between the rocks. I might get some like plants for them too. I might do that. I might spend a little bit of money in here. I do have an account with them, so I get like a percentage off. Anyway, let's get some stuff for Romeo. Package acquired. It's not a complete win though. They only had a small siphon pump and I'm like, I need something bigger. And they're like, we ain't got one, but if we get one, it'll be by Thursday. So I told her, dope, I will be back Thursday to see if y'all got one, because I work over here anyway, so I might as well just stroll on over and see if y'all got any. But that's that. So hopefully they'll have one Thursday. If they don't, then I have to come back here, or no, if they don't have one Thursday, then Friday I have to go somewhere else to get a pump, and I'm gonna get a damn good one if I have to go somewhere else. Over here they just have like the squeeze ones, you know, but like I can put it in there and then just use physics to siphon all the water out and then have very little left over. But what I do intend on doing from there is if I have to get one from somewhere else, I'm gonna look and see if I can't find like a battery powered one. But as I was saying, what I plan to do is get like a motorized one, to where instead of having to prime it and pump it for like 3 or 4 minutes and try to get it to work, I just hit a button, vacuum goes, sucks out the water. It'll be great. But so that'll be that, and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my lunch for the next 40-ish minutes while, but yeah, before I go back into work, I have to finish up the day. My manager texted me before I went on lunch, and she was just like, hey, literally what I want you to do after you get back from lunch is just zone, which if you don't know what that means, I walk up on the aisle in the section I'm in and just make sure everything looks nice. Because I've been putting stuff from Overstock away. So I haven't been able to clean up after you heathens. And I don't mean y'all watching this, but if you go into a store and you pick something up and you go, I don't want this anymore, and just throw it on the ground or throw it somewhere not even close to where it was supposed to be, you're a heathen. But I'm going to go back into work, leg day, go home, and I think from there, what was I going to do when I got home? I want to try and stream, but I'm not going to because it's just going to be too late and I have work tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to be doing from there is just chilling out, getting ready for work the next day. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I'm off work. Last 15 of the night, and I was able to get some of the stuff I needed. I didn't get everything I needed. Some stuff I ordered online, and I like the tank tops. I was wanting to get more tank tops. One, for working out. Two, I wear them outside of the gym as just like normal street clothes. And you'll see Friday on my normal fit exactly how I look in those. Like, just the fit makes sense. I really like it. So I ordered those, and including those after discounts, because I had a coworker help me get a discount because I haven't worked here long enough to get my card yet. I believe the total is $65, including Romeo stuff brings me to about $80, give or take. We'll round up to 90 to be on the safe side. So from there, I just need to fill up my truck. I need to get some eggs while I'm over here because we're out. That, eggs, and I gotta get to the bank tomorrow to pay off a $130 bill that I owe. But after that, that's all spending I gotta do. And hopefully it will be the only spending I do for the rest of the week. Or not the rest of the week, but the rest of the pay period. So that way I can have like more built up. I'm gonna try not to spend anything that I don't need to for the remainder of the work, for the remainder of the pay period. I think the only thing I might have to do, if I play my cards right, is fill up gas and get food. There's gonna be 2 instances where we go out to eat, because we got to eat on Saturday locals. But other than that, everything else I can just cook from home. What I might do is see about getting some chicken breasts. My granddad, he has a friend who gives him chicken breasts like for free. So I might see about getting that, and I might try to do some shredded chicken in the crock pot. I've been wanting to try that, and people are like, oh, you use the whisker thing, not like the actual whisk, but you know, the handheld one, the mixer, and it makes shredding it super easy. And I want to try that. Well, a while back I got a mixer, so I'm gonna try that, and hopefully it will turn out better, and it'll be easier to eat my chicken burritos whenever I come back home from the gym instead of, you know, big chunks. But we got that going on. But the last thing is there is actually a tornado warning in our area. I forget if it's tornado watch is whenever there could be one, or tornado warning is when there is one, or vice versa. Either way, it hasn't touched down yet, but this is the longest one I personally am aware of that I've been in since, you know, paying attention to it, because it started at like 2 this afternoon and it's going on until 11 p.m. tonight. So my granddad called and he said, hey, I want you home. Don't go to the gym tonight. Come on home. Me and your grandmother were scared that you might get caught up into it. So I know this is the 3rd fucking day that there's no gym content, but this time I'm actually not going to the gym. This time the last 2 times I went to the gym, this time I'm not going at all. I promise you for 3 goddamn days that it's going to be gym content, and there's going to be gym content, and there's going to be gym content on other videos going forward. But my grandparents are worried about me, and they're old, so I'm just like, all right, I'll come home. Don't worry about it. I might do some light stuff at home for leg workouts, but until then, we're just gonna go straight home. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my break, and then after that, I think it's just a matter of getting gas and going home. And then out of nowhere, it started to rain. Rain picked up damn quick. Like, as I'm about to hit clock out, it just storms, and I've never been so happy to have to pick up groceries after I got off work in my life. Mainly because it gave it time to die down a bit. I fully expected to start back up, but it came down hard, like stupid hard. So my granddad made the right choice of asking me to come home instead of going to the gym after work. there's just lightning everywhere. So I'm gonna get home, and I'll show you guys a little something that I grabbed while I was here at work. Whenever we get home. I never had a Lonnie before. I decided to grab one. It's like a strawberry slushy flavored, at only 5 calories per can. I like it. It's pretty good. Made it back home, and update, my arm still hurts. And KK is happy to see me. Come here, KK. Yeah, she happy to see me. And for the final update of the evening, I have chicken burrito. I think the plan for the night, I was going to try and stream, but the storm, I don't think it's going to let me. So I think the plan for the night is to just work on some stuff in the background, might work on some YouTube video stuff, might even just hop on Minecraft for the night, honestly. And just kind of vibe out with that for the rest of the night. I do have one video project I got to do for Azura. If you don't know, I'm Azura's short form content editor. Well, at least I edit them for free because I want to get practice. And I'm just like, hey, send me clips. I want to get practice with this. So she sends me clips. I edit them. It takes me like an hour. So I might do that. And yeah, just kind of vibe out for the night. And if anything happens, anything interesting happens, I'll tune you guys in. Back at it again with the microphone. I'm hoping that it's able to pick me up. But I wanted to show you guys what exactly goodies we got. First off, we got a new power strip. So I have like a thing right over here that my stuff is plugged into. But I wanted something that's a little more heavy duty. I was going to get a receptacle cover for over here, because it doesn't have one. And right now the thing I have just plugs directly into the wall, so I use that as a makeshift cover. But they didn't have one at the store, so we're going to have to go somewhere probably Thursday or Friday to get one. But we're going to go ahead and plug this in tonight. This thing's heavier duty. It's got a USB-A port and a USB-C port, so that we can charge stuff that much faster. So glad to have that. Next up, we have silver on this side, I believe. Yep. Nope, that's not it. Where the hell? Able to get KK a new collar. She never really had a collar, but there's a cat that looks identical to her outside. And my family keeps thinking that, oh, my cat got out. When no, that's not what happened. She's just in here, and that cat just looks identical to her. My dad actually caught the cat. Don't know how, but he caught the cat, thinking it was mine, and put him in here with KK. And I'm so happy that he didn't kill her. So I got her a collar so that way they can tell, hey, no purple collar, no KK. Getting it on her is going to be the fun part, though, because she don't sit still when she wants to be petted. God knows what's going to happen when I try to put this around her neck. And the final thing I got was a new gym bag, because the one I got currently is too small for all the stuff I take to the gym, so I wanted something bigger. You might be asking yourself, how much shit do you take to the gym where you need a bigger gym bag? Well, let me tell you. 2 pairs of tennis shoes, the ones I wear to work and the ones I wear to the gym, take up a lot of room. If it wasn't for that, I'd have plenty of room for everything. But because I wear 2 pair of tennis shoes and a pair of slides that I wear home after the gym because I want to be comfortable, it takes up a good decent amount of space. So we're going to transfer everything from our old bag to this bag. And hopefully this is enough. If this is not big enough, God help me. All right, guys, collar is on Miss KK. It was actually a lot easier to put on her than I thought. I'm actually really happy that I got the size right. It's not too tight, but not too loose at the same time. And yeah, so now whenever somebody says, hey, your cat's out, I can be like, does it have a purple collar? If not my cat. All right, so here's the old gym bag next to the new gym bag. I can see this thing is filled to the brim. So we're going to see if everything will fit in this one. Okay, guys, so the collar is going to be a no for KK because she literally ran off underneath the bed. Her paw had gotten caught in the loop of the collar. Like, I don't know if she was trying to take it off or what, but she got caught in it, jumped out of the bed, from underneath the bed, like, just stuck. So I guess she can't wear collars now. I got everything in the gym bag, and it fits pretty nice. Dare I say, if I toy around with it a little bit, I might even be able to fit my protein powder in here. And theoretically, the way I got everything in here, whenever I leave the gym after work, and I put my work shoes in there, they should still be able to fit just fine. So I think this bag is a keeper, and I think I'm just going to use this bag for like day trips and stuff like that. It is now 2:15 in the morning, and I am very tired. I just got done editing a video for my friend Azura, and if you want to know how the video turns out, I think this image kind of empathize like what the video is about. But I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
New morning, you know the drill. Eggs for breakfast. Now we are getting a little bit of a late start this morning because we usually wake up at 9. I woke up at 10 this morning. I guess I was just super tired last night, but we did wake up in time. I want to leave a little bit early so I can go to the bank and get the money I need, but that means we don't have a whole lot of time left in our day. I don't think I'm going to have time to do anything before I go to work because after I eat, I'm going to shower, and I want to leave probably around 11:45 instead of noon. So, depending on when we got to shower, not gonna be a whole lot of time to do what we need to do. Fresh out of the shower, almost time to leave. The sleeve is back on the right arm. My left arm is damn near completely like healed, but the right arm still hurting a little bit. I can stretch it out farther, but I can't go completely straight, whereas the left arm I can. So I'm gonna wear the sleeve for today, and we're about to get ready to go to work. And I didn't get a whole lot done. I did do some revisions on the video for Zora last night. Well, I'd say I revised the video I worked on last night this morning. She said she liked it. She gave me some videos for context of the video because the initial clip she sent me had no context for what she was doing. So I was just like, I don't know, man. She just sent me this without context. So she sent me some context for it, and I put it in the beginning of the video, did some edits to it, put some subtitles up, and she said she liked it. So she's going to post that video later this week. If you want to see the video, be sure to follow her on Twitter/X, Azura the Dragon 2. Azura the Dragon is her. That's an entirely different Twitter, though. So if you want to see that video, be sure to check that out. Or follow my Twitter. I'll be quote tweeting that video whenever she makes it go live. Anyway, it's 12 o'clock. We gotta get out of here. Let's get to work. Gatorable! Didn't have a lot for zero sugar options for Gatorade. In fact, our only option was the Glacier Freeze, which is my personal favorite. So we'll be taking one of these. And for our Red Bull, they had new white peach. So we're gonna try this one straight up first. That's peach. I'd drink that straight up. That's what I do. Yeah, there we go. Drink down to the label. Take your Red Bull. Ooh. This time I didn't make it a weird color. It just kind of like diluted the blue. Now normally I get the smaller cans, so that way I don't have to drink as much afterwards. I didn't have any sugar-free small cans, so down the hatch. Now you could theoretically just pour this out, but this shit's $3. I'm not pouring this out. Give it a good shake. Little mixy. Woo! That was close. I've never had one try to explode on me before. Took it a little too well. It tastes more of the Glacier than the peach. The peach is more of an aftertaste with this. Get you one, I suppose, but if you want flavor, you're better off just getting the blue Glacier if that's what you like. Let me know in the comments what I should mix next. I'm down to like mix like monsters and shit with it. I've thought about like getting like energy drinks and mixing them with other stuff. Like get like a cherry slushy and mix it with like, I don't know, mix it with like a wild berry Red Bull, or even like the normal monsters. I think that would be an interesting flavor. Let me know in the comments. Once again, time for lunch. I've been listening to this podcast during work. They got me doing price changes, and that's a whole other tangent. But I'm listening to this podcast. It's called Too High for Stupid, and they go over just like lolcows. Which if you don't know what a lolcow is, it's like some just depraved people of the internet that just can't help but make themselves like the worst type of people, the dumbest type of people, or the most degenerate people, or in 99% of cases, a combination of all three on the internet. They can't help themselves, and these people are infuriating. Like, if I ever met any of them in public and they did half of the shit that they've said to other people to me, they're getting hit with a lead pipe. But It is time for lunch. I'm gonna sit here, and I downloaded Crunchyroll last night. I'm logged in. I think I'm gonna start Solo Leveling. I've heard a lot of good things about that show. It's got 12 episodes right now, I think. So I think I'm gonna start that show. And after that, we're just gonna go back to work and try to finish out our day as strong as we can. Finally off of work. Now it is time to pick up heavy things and put them back down. And finally, I have been teasing gym content for 3 fucking days. And it's finally time. Has it been 3 days? Yeah, it's been 3 days. Because we did to the gym Sunday, went to the gym Monday, didn't go yesterday. I've been teasing it for like 3 days at this point. So we're finally gonna get to go in. We're gonna do some leg day. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna go always at this fucking turn, dog. Always at this fucking turn. Watch, I'm gonna turn right here. It's gonna do the exact same shit. Watch, I'm not even gonna say anything. It's gonna happen. It tried. It fell a little backwards. It tried. But what is this girl doing? There's a crackhead crossing the street. But I think what the workout plan for today is gonna consist of is I'm gonna do squats. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 10. I might bump that up to 5, depending on how quickly I do them. Because I used to do 3 sets of 10 back when I did gym last, and I felt like I got done with them way too quickly. So depending on how fast I get them done, I'm gonna do 3 sets of 10, maybe 5 sets of 10. I'm gonna do, so I might get these names wrong for the exercises, but leg, I believe extension is whenever you have the bar on top of your legs and you push your legs forward, lifting the legs up, or lifting the weight up. And then leg curls is essentially the same machine, but instead of pushing your legs forward like this, you're curling them. So to lift the weights up. I'm gonna do those, and then I'm gonna do my 10-minute walk. I always end the workout with a 10-minute walk. I used to be a wrestler, and what we used to say in wrestling was other sports run to warm up, we run to cool off, because when we run, the wind from where we're running acts like a fan that's cooling us off. But I'm not running, I'm just walking. I'm just getting some good blood flow to my legs after all that workout, and then I'll take a shower after my workout. And then we'll go in here, we'll drink some protein shake, and we'll get the fuck home. And that'll be today, wrapped up in the bag. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get home. I edited Azura's video this morning, so I got that took care of. Well, I know what I'm gonna get my chicken burrito made. And I thought about doing this. I have some chicken breasts at home. I might, when I'm done with this chicken breast that I got in the fridge, I think I have enough to feed me for the next, but I think I have enough chicken, pre-cooked chicken at home to feed me, including today, for the next 3, maybe 4 days. So what I'm thinking about doing is probably Friday, after I get home from locals, I plan on trying to do the shredded chicken method. Put it in the crock pot for 8 hours. Wake up and get it thawed out tomorrow night. And then in the morning, before I go on my run, throw it in the crock pot for 8 hours. So that way it'll be done cooking either before I leave, or as I get home. And try to do the shredded chicken method for cooking my chicken, and do shredded chicken burritos. I think that would be easier to eat and plate as opposed to just the chopped chicken method. Or I thought about doing ground chicken. I honestly thought about doing that too. So either way, we're about to pull into the gym now, and let us get changed and see if we can't fuck up our legs, if we fucked up our arms. All right. Alright, last thing is the minute walk. Again, I'm hoping you guys will be able to hear me. It works at the house, so I hope it works here. But I got a good workout in on my legs. Got about a 30-minute workout in, and when I hear the time, I feel like it's not a good time. Like I haven't done enough time-wise. Mainly because I'm so used to when I used to work out in high school. It was like a 3-4 hour thing. But what I'm not remembering is that back then it was a rotation thing. What I mean by that is that whenever we did these workouts, first off, doing all my sets on one machine in one go. When I was in high school, it was like, you're gonna do bench. After you do bench, you're gonna do curls. After you do curls, you're gonna do squats. And then that's 1 rep of each. You're gonna do 5 reps of each. And you're gonna do that cycle. But the other thing I'm not remembering is that I had other people had to wait on in the spot. Whereas here, it's just me. How long it takes me to do it is just me. So doing these workouts, even though I didn't do a lot of them, I did 3 sets of 10 squats, 65 pounds. I did 3 sets of 10 leg curls or leg press at 60 pounds. I did 3 sets of 10 leg extensions at 50 pounds. It took me about 30 minutes to do all of them, stretch included. So, overall, not a bad workout. I'm gonna do my walk, take a shower, then do the best part about working out is get our protein shake on, boys.
Yay, protein time. That's good. Leg day done. I don't know if I'm going to do the same exercises tomorrow or if I'm going to try and change it up a little bit. I kind of want to try the leg press. They had 2 different ones. I believe they're both called leg presses. One of them is you lay down and you push the weights up. And the other one is you sit in a chair and you kind of push yourself back. I want to try that tomorrow. And another thing I want to try is I want to try and see about bumping. If I don't do one of those, like I might keep, I don't know what I'm going to keep though. Because that's the only one I can think of right now I can throw in. I might just add that. Like do everything I did today and add that on top of it. Or I could do cycling. That's another thing I could do. There's a bunch of stuff I could do. I need to do some research. But if I wind up doing the curls and the lifts again, I want to bump it up from reps of 10 to reps of 12 and see how I do with that. Also, while I was shaking the protein, the lid came undone a little bit and got protein a little bit here and there. But it's time to get home. It's 11:30 at night. I gotta get home, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get home other than eat chicken burrito, and I'm excited because I'm hungry. Home again, and of course we have our chicken burrito. Dog, this shit hits. If you guys remember what was in here during the beginning of the vlog, and you think that this shouldn't hit as much as it does, eat this after a workout. It fucking hits. Anyway, we got mail. The first thing, I know what both these things are, but the first thing I ordered yesterday, and because of a membership with Walmart, I get free overnight shipping if it's close enough, and it is our new shirts that we're gonna get to wear, so glad to have these. And this thing I am also excited about because for those of you who are new to the channel, I am an avid gamer. And a long time ago, when I was a kid, I'm gonna use a knife for this. When I was a kid, I wanted the, at the time, new Mortal Kombat game, which is Mortal Kombat 9, if that dates how long ago that was. And I had a bunch of games that I had that I could not play because I no longer had a console for it, i.e. PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. So I turned in all my GameCube and PS2 games. I was able to buy a brand new copy of MK9 for $7. And I don't regret the purchase, but I'm really sad that I had to give away all of the games for that. So here the past few years, I've been slowly trying to hunt down all the games from my childhood and get them. I'm trying to remember which ones I had. I'm sure there's a few that I don't remember, but This was one of them. Dexter's Laboratory, Mandark's Lab for the PS1. I'm going to take the cloth and right away Brittany and see if, I think this is actually burned on there. I need to see if I can find like replacement cases, if it's possible to replace these to get like a nicer case on it. But a very welcome addition, and it feels so good to have this game back in my hands. It is the next day, and surprise, surprise, eggs for breakfast. I really didn't do anything whenever I got home yesterday. I just kind of sat here, ate my dinner, scrolled through the internet for a bit, and then just kind of conked out. But now, we're up and at 'em. It's basically going to be the same routine as yesterday. Get up, go to work, go to gym, come home. That's pretty much going to be today's schedule. I need to get the siphon pump today. The pet store near my work said that they would have one by today if they were going to get one. So hopefully they got one. I'm going to swing by there during my lunch break. But aside from that, I do plan on just repeating yesterday's routine today. So we'll see you in the car whenever I get going to work. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. I think I decided that next paycheck, I'm getting a mount for my phone to put in the car. I've seen a couple of them online, and I think I might grab some of those. Like either ones that stick to the windshield, or better yet, ones that'll go on my rearview mirror. But anyway, today after work, when we get back from the gym, assuming that the washing machine's empty, because the washing machine is never empty at my house. Somebody's always doing fucking laundry. I'm going to do some laundry when I get home. And then after that, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put together probably going to want to putting together the deck for Pet Deck, because Friday morning we're going on our jog. And after that, it depends on if they have the siphon pump or not. If they have the pump that I'm looking for, I need you guys to not move right now. But if they have the pump, we're gonna get it today. If they don't have the pump, we'll have to go to PetSmart tomorrow after our run. So hopefully they'll have it where I don't have to go anywhere. But the upside to tomorrow is locals. I'm not gonna film tomorrow. What I am gonna do, I talked to my friend Claire, and we discussed some theory crafting for the Blue Eye Sec for starting from scratch. I'm gonna give the Alistair build one more run in locals Friday, and if I'm still not vibing with it, like after when I took it to regionals, I'm going back to the Red Eye stuff, because if I start with Invocation in hand, I'm just screwed unless I also have Alistair in hand. If I start with Max Metamorph in hand, I'm not as screwed, because at the end of the day, I can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon on field, set Max Metamorph, opponent's drop phase, activate it. Now I have an Omni Negate. So that's going to be my Friday. Today, outside of trying to get laundry done, is going to be the exact same as yesterday. Go to work, try to get the siphon pump. That's the only difference. After work, go to gym, do our second day of leg day, because we didn't miss a day because of tornado warnings. And tomorrow we go jogging. So I'm just gonna be driving to work, and I'll see you guys probably during my first break or during lunch break. Lunchtime, boys. Work's going all right now. Not as fast as it was going yesterday, but not super slow as it was the day before either. If it honestly keeps up at this pace for the rest of the day, I'm set, honestly. But it's now lunchtime. It's time to eat our sandwich. And then afterwards, we are just gonna continue work, go to the gym afterwards. And I'm thinking there's a card I need for the Odeon deck. I don't need it, but there's a card that I can play in Odeon called Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And what it does is, and you can set cards face down, and what it does is it protects my face down cards from being destroyed. So if going first, set those cards, my opponent can't say heavy or Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm or something like that. So what I'm thinking about is potentially driving to Ringgold after the gym. It'd be a very bad choice, but driving to Ringgold after the gym, so that way I can check their bulk and see if they got it, because it's not an expensive car by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm thinking about going up there. It'd be a long drive for a car that's like $2, but it could be worth it. Could be. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch. I'm gonna take my break, and I'll see you guys when work's done. You guys notice something missing in my truck? Because I do. Getting ready to go back to work, and I realized I forgot my gym bag at home because I set it down to get my lunchbox so I could eat today, and I forgot to get it back. It sucks being stupid. Back home once again. We got off work. I decided to come straight home because, one, like I said, I forgot my gym clothes here, and I don't want to work out in these clothes and have to drive all the way home just smelling like absolute shit. So I decided to come home, but I got a notification that this finally came in the mail, and I am super excited because I ordered this like a month ago, and I'm finally getting it now. It's gonna be so sick. Just you wait. So a little bit of context for this package. A while ago, Adidas and Yu-Gi-Oh did two crossover things. The first was a Dark Magician. You know, Yugi's Dark Magician. It had Dark Magician on their shoes and everything like that. And the second is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It had Kaiba on it. It had Kaiba Corp on it and everything. So in this box, the packaging is the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Adidas shoes, bruh. Oh my god, I've only gotten my hands on these. Eventually I will get the Dark Magician ones, but I want to get the Blue Eyes ones first. Yo, this packaging is so pristine, dog. I gotta keep it above the ground because my cat loves to chew cardboard. So I gotta make sure this is nowhere near her. But yo. First off, the art for Burst Stream of Destruction on here and Kaiba right here. It folds over. Oh, these are soles! Yo, these are soles you meant to cut out to put in the fucking shoes. I'm not gonna do that. Then we have the paper in here. Yeah. They have all the shoe. Dog. Okay, it has a little tag on it from where eBay authenticated it, but look at them, brother. Oh, that's so sick. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, this is so sick. And they're my size too, dude. Size 10.5. Yeah. They got Kaiba Corp. Oh, hang on. Can't see past the tag. They got Kaiba Corp logo on it. Dog. I thought she was chewing on something else. But, dog. I'm so happy. This makes me so, so happy, dude. How much was the original price? How much did this dude originally pay for these shoes? I think these were UK shoes. You know, when the soles say Yu-Gi-Oh on them. Yeah. I'm so happy, brother. I need to find a shelf to put these on. I really do. Oh, I got such a cool thing planned for these shoes. Just you guys wait. Just you guys wait. Stay tuned for the second channel. This is kind of like a sneak peek type thing. Stay tuned for the second channel. It's going to be a while, but it's going to be so worth it. Alright, so it's currently a powerful 1:30 in the morning. Basically, what I've been doing is dismantling some decks and getting some sleeves cleared up, while also trying to find some cards for the Odeon deck for Saturday. As it currently stands, this is the deck. I am actually missing one of these cards, which is called the Embodiment of Apophis. And I'm missing one of those, and I don't know how, I know I didn't have this card, Artifact Sanctum. I swear to God, I had 3 dimensional barriers. I cannot find those cards. So I'm borrowing one from Starting From Scratch, and I'm borrowing my Artifact Sanctum from Starting From Scratch. And this is what my desk currently looks like. I've dismantled 3 decks so far. I've dismantled Ryzeal, I've dismantled Gate Guardian, and I've dismantled Exodia. The Exodia one really hurt, but the Exodia deck is out of date because it had like 3 crossouts, it had 3 shifters, it had just a bunch of cards that are now either limited or banned, and I'm wanting to wait until the new Gaia Soul comes out anyway. So once that card comes out, I'll gladly put back together Exodia. I think I'm going to go lower on the deck size. The old one was 60. I think this one I'm going to try to keep 45 to 50. So it'll be back. When Gasso comes out to TCG, I don't know. But for right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleeve what I can of the Odeon deck. And I might wind up going to Bargey's, one of the card shops I film at, after Locals Friday to see if I can't find Embodiment. And there's another card called Granite. It's Granite something. But it allows me to play Lord of the Heavenly Prison. When I can find that card, then I'm definitely playing it, because Lord of the Heavy Prison, you show it in your hand, your set cards are safe. So, I'm going to be looking for that card. And Granted, allows you to add Lord from deck to hand. So, I'm definitely going to be looking for that card while I'm up there, if I wind up going tomorrow. But, for now, I think what I'm going to do, like I said, sleeve up Odeon, clean up my mess a little bit, and go to bed. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Friday morning. We slept in hella late. So late that I did not get to run this morning. But we still got shit we gotta do today. We gotta go to a pet store of some kind that has a siphon pump. And yes, KK. Yes, we got stuff to do. Ignore this. I'm gonna take care of this later. But we have to get a siphon pump. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is getting a longer hose for it, so that way it can just go straight through and be dumped outside. Because that's what my old one had. I had bought a longer tube so that it could go from where the tank used to be in my apartment to my sink. And it was just so happened it was long enough that I could just reach it around the back door and dump it over the rail of the back porch. But now, because it's gone, I have to get another new tube. So, we got shit we got to do. And we got Locals tonight. So, let's see if we can get everything done before we have to leave for Locals. But of course, before we leave, we have to do the fit check. I told you guys that my fit was better whenever I don't go to work than when I do go to work. Wearing the gray tank top with the bandana pattern overshirt. Got on Wrangler jeans, Nike flat bottoms that I wear to the gym. And of course, in the videos, I wear my Gengar pendant and my Iconic hat. Slight change of plans. Holly decided she wanted to go outside for a little bit before I left. Back in the truck, we stopped by Dollar General, and what I did was I got 3 cans of Celsius, and the reason being is because I'm still waiting on my advance to come in, so I need a little bit of energy. But there's 2 reasons why I got Celsius outside of that. The first one is that, as you guys know, I'm not sponsored by these people, but I do fetch rewards, and they had a thing where if I bought 2 Celsius, I get 700 points, which if you don't know the correlation, usually for just a basic receipt you get 25. So if I got 2 Celsius drinks, I got 700 points. And then I checked on the Dollar General side, and I have an account on them. You can get an account, it's free, you just gotta put in your phone number. But I was able to find a coupon where I get 3 Celsius drinks, I get 1 free. So, or buy 2, get 1 free. So for the price of 2 Celsius drinks, I got 3. And for breakfast, because we didn't cook breakfast yet, I got a pepperoni Lunchable because it's the same amount of calories as 2 eggs. That, and it was on sale. Usually $1.75. Today they're $1. So today we saved a grand total of $2.70 and got a big chunk of points towards our fetch total. And with that, our new fetch total comes up to a staggering 5,600. And I think for a Visa gift card, you need 50,000. And it's $100. So you're grocery shopping anyway, you might as well work toward a free $100. Anyway, enough gushing about coupons and shit. We are gonna get to PetSmart up in good old Bradley Square. That's where we're going. And we're gonna try our darndest to find a siphon pump, and then we're gonna go by Lowe's and find a tube long enough to reach from the tank over the edge of the porch in the back door, because it's right next to the back door. So let's get some music going and let's get our ass up there. I have made the Lunchables into one giant tower, and I will proceed to eat it in one bite. Would not recommend eating it like that. It is very dry, but luckily I have a Tropical Vibe Celsius to wash it down with. Now, one thing that this thing advertises as is being able to burn body fat. I highly doubt that, but I got 3 different ones. It had 3 different flavors, so I got the 3 they had. I got Arctic Vibe, Peach Vibe, and Tropical Vibe, and I feel like of the 3, Tropical Vibe is gonna be the one I don't like the most. or I like the least. So let's give it a try. So I don't hate this. It's like, it tastes like orange juice, but it says it contains 0% juice. So artificial flavors for the win, I guess. Alright, so I'm looking for other things for Romeo's aquarium because we found the siphon pump, and this one's actually a lot better because the pump is designed for one hand, which all pumps are, but this one, instead of having to squeeze the whole pump, it gives you leverage, which is what I really like. But one other thing I want to get for Romeo is a hide, because as it stands right now, his hide isn't great. It works, but it's not great. If you didn't know, oxalotls like to hide whenever they aren't like hunting or anything like that. So I wanted to find something big enough for him to hide in, so that way he has minimum risk of scratching himself. Because I found one like fake log that would be good, but like I don't know if it's like as big as he needs to be. I also, hang on, want to get some of this driftwood, but god damn, is that expensive. Probably what I'm going to wind up doing is taking a field trip next week down to the dry branch near my house to see if I can't find some driftwood to put in there. But for now, I just kind of want to see about finding something that's going to provide enough coverage for him to hide in, while also not being like $100. I think I found the right thing. This is a reptile hide, but if I rinse it off really good, which you should always do before adding new stuff to your aquariums, terrariums, for any animal, you should always rinse it off with warm water. I think this would be a great hide for Romeo for what he's currently got. I would love to get him some tank mates, like some fish, but based on what I'm reading online, a lot of fish just kind of nip at their gills and suck away at their slime coating. So I don't know, maybe that's a purchase for next payday. $41 later, Jesus. But the good news is, we now have it. And honestly, after spending the 41, I kind of want to just see how long this tubing is, so that way I know for a fact if I actually need to buy a new tube or not. Because I don't think, yeah, this thing is just like, this part screws onto the pump itself. So, what it's looking like is that I am gonna have to buy a new tube regardless. So we're gonna get this out of the packaging. We're probably just gonna go to the Home Depot down here, hopefully find like, I don't know, like a 6-7 foot long tube, or if I can like pay by the footage, just say, hey, I just need like 7 feet, and see if we can't get this size tubing long enough for us to be able to throw it over the edge of the balcony. So I guess we'll check back at Home Depot, see whatever they got. Back from Home Depot, I forgot to record inside because I ran into a buddy of mine from Locals. Shout outs to you. But we were able to find the tubing. The tubing that comes with the pump is a very weird in-between size. It's not quite 1/2 inch, but it's not quite 1/4 inch either. It's a little bit smaller than the 1/2 inch that I got here in comparison. It's just a tiny bit smaller. But what that means, or the 1/2 inch is a tiny bit smaller, I mean, it's like a weird in-between size. So all that means is it's going to be a more snug fit, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to attempt to put it on the pump and see if it fits. So I should have brought the pump in with me to be like, hey, this is what it's going into. But I'm a little dumb. But that should be perfect, theoretically. If it's not, this is never coming off of... Battery's about to die. This is never coming off of the pump. So worst case scenario is we get like a clamp, put it on there, and then we're set. But we gotta get home because it's currently 1 o'clock, and I want to get this stuff done and get his tank at least siphoning through before we gotta leave for locals. So we got about a 30-minute drive ahead of us. So let's hurry up and get home and let's get working. Currently in the middle of siphoning out all that water, and as you guys can saw, the tank got pretty bad. I couldn't tell because of all like the plants and stuff in there, but he just picked a corner and would poop in there. And then when I moved one plant, it just exploded. So we're gonna get it out here. We're gonna give it a good scrubbing to get some of the algae off the side, because it is starting to grow algae on the side. And then I've also got some river rocks that I'm gonna scrub off really well. And I'm going to put them in there, and we're going to make it a nice little home for old Romeo here. And that's going to be the remainder of probably my projects, aside from like getting laundry done, for the remainder of the day. So I'll catch you guys when I'm back out here cleaning out the tank and the rocks. Well, ain't this about a bitch? I drug this hose all the way over here just to find out there's already a hose connected. Well, damn. We're gonna get to put this back now. All right, so the next step is to get the actual aquarium clean here. And to do that, we've gotten ourselves a bucket and a clean sponge. Pretty much all you have to do, you don't use any soap because you don't want anything to be in the tank with the fish in question, especially oxalatos, because oxalatos, they absorb a lot of stuff that's in the water in their skin. That's why there's very few of them, because boats, you know, they just spit gas in the water. Oxalatos absorb that in their skin and then they die. That's one of the reasons why there's less than 1,000 of them left in the wild. So you just want to use plain water and rinse it out a bunch. So we're going to have clean water in this bucket with a fresh sponge to clean out all the nastiness that's in the glass of the tank. And then while that's drying, we're going to clean off some river rocks that I've got. And once they're done drying, we'll set the tank up, put the rocks in there. We'll put his new hide in there, the new plants I bought from a Pet Sense the other day. And he'll have a fresh new home. Now, if you're worried about the kind of stuff that could be on the stuff you get from the fish store, again, don't use soap. Rinse it in warm water. And if you're really worried, especially with stuff that I've got like river rocks, you can boil them. Now, I have kept these in hot water. So anything that's in there is now dead, like any bacteria. Only thing that's left in there is like dirt and stuff that I don't want Romeo to get. So that's why I'm going to scrub them off. Anyway, let's get into the actual cleaning of the tank. All right, that's everything. That took a lot longer than I had initially thought it would, but it is now done and dusted. Everything is sitting out here drying off. One of these rocks was actually like a lot more difficult to clean. In fact, it didn't get clean because every time I scrubbed it, more and more dirt kept coming off. So what that means is that it's not one big rock, it's a bunch of little rocks clumped together with God knows how many decades worth of dirt and mud is in it. And the sad reality to that is your two options are to sit there and continuously scrub or go at it with a power wash. I decided to do neither. It's just only one rock out of all the ones I got done were like that. So I'm willing to take that loss, but if it was like a bunch of these, I'd either get new rocks or I'd have to just continuously scrub, and I wasn't gonna do that. Even after sitting in water for like a few days, it still had all that built up. But that's like the give and take you get from finding rocks in the wild and polishing yourself, as opposed to going to like a place that specializes in this. Because if you go to a place that specializes in this, all these rocks will probably cost me a few $100s, whereas going to get them myself from the riverbed where, you know, it used to be a river and a town, and we just kind of redirected the river because humans, what it does is it exposed all these rocks. So I was able to get them and clean all them off myself for free. So that's the route I opted to do, and I like that because it adds a little bit of more of a personal touch to the tank. But here are all the rocks that we've got done. This one I think is going to be the center one. I think I'm going to put this one in the middle, and then all these are going to be surrounding it, and I'm hoping it's enough. Surely it is. I picked a bunch of big ones on purpose to make sure I had enough room, and a few little ones to put in the crevice of where the big ones lied. But this is the culprit I was talking about, where it just kept more and more coming off. And all these little bumps that you see here, this isn't part of just one big rock. This is a bunch of small rocks just clumped together with decades of dirt that happens to also be attached to just one big rock. So that's that chore done. I think I'm gonna let these sit for about 30 minutes. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hit the showers because my shirt is now covered in mud. I'm sweating and I'm going to stink when I go to locals, and I don't want that to happen. But I don't want to shower just yet because I still got to take everything inside and set it up and get water going into the tank. So we're gonna get these about 30 minutes to dry. Then we'll set the tank back up. We'll get it cycling and do all that good stuff. And then by the time I get home from locals tonight, it should be ready to have Romeo acclimating to the water. It shouldn't take too long because axolotls actually like cold water. So you don't have to worry about warming it up or anything like that. That's the nice part about having axolotl. But I think we're just going to leave these out for a little bit, and then after a while, we'll bring everything inside, set up the new tank, get all the new plants set up, and go from there. Same lunch, different day. We have ourselves a ham and cheese, but instead of a liquid death for our drink, we have a sugar-free Baja Blast. So currently, I just flipped the rocks over, so that way the underside could also get dry and bake in the sun. And I'm looking at like new things I could get to upgrade my setup for recording locals and stuff like that. And I think I found something. So I use a specific arm. This is not about you, young lady. Shut your mouth. I found this thing. This is an arm that's meant to hold a camera. It has a screw in the bottom here. And I believe I have a phone mount that could easily go on that, and they also have like adapter things for like microphones and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe next paycheck scoop one of these up, because even though my setup isn't terrible, I don't like the angle look, you know what I mean? Like I like the top down look. I like the look of whenever you're recording and it's top down, and even though mine is technically top down, it's still like, you know, it's at the angle where the farthest card, like if I'm playing, my deck is the farthest away from me, and in front of the deck goes your graveyard, and it's hard to see cards like that. Whereas if you get this, then you should be able to put something on here. And I'm wondering if I can find like a wireless key light, you know what I mean? Like one that I could just recharge and use batteries with, to clamp on the side of this to make the setup for locals that much better. I'll have to look more into this. And with that, the aquarium is done. The thing that we set out to get done today before locals is done, which means we have an hour before we gotta leave for locals. So what I plan to do is, my clothes weren't done drying yet, so I have to restart them again. I'm gonna check on them. If I at least have another shirt like this done, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower and get ready to go. If not, I like to leave at 5. Locals start until about 6:30. Gives me an hour and a half, takes about 45 minutes to get there. I just like getting there early so that way I can like set up, talk to you guys, and all that good stuff. So next time you guys see me, I'll be on the road to locals. So I got halfway down to locals and my head started hurting real bad, and I was trying to think maybe why. So I thought the only two things I had to drink today was that Celsius and Baja Blast. Whoops. So I stopped to get a large water and got a little snack. First of all, this single thing of cheese is 170 calories. That's wild. Second of all, I don't understand how it counted this. I guess it's any product. But I scanned the receipt for this on Fetch, and I got 850 points because I got a Sargento snack and any Sargento product. So I got an extra 850 points just for getting this little, how much was it? I think it was like $1. Yeah, it was It was $1.70, or yeah, $1.70. It was $1.70, got me an extra 850 points. That's wild. But yeah, I guess now if I see these little doodads and I just want like a quick snack, I'm just gonna grab those. Fuck it. Oh, I should have got gum. I should have got gum in there. If I get 2 things of 5 gum, Orbit, or anything like that, I get an extra 1,600. But we're gonna enjoy our snack, and we're almost to locals. Normally I don't do locals on Fridays since my new work schedule, but like I said before in the video, I want to test this new version of the Blue Eyes deck that I've been working on, see how comfortable I am with it, and if I don't have much faith in it, I'm going back to Red Eyes. So let's enjoy our cheese and get to locals. We are finally headed home. We were supposed to head home like 2 hours ago. But to make a long story short, my friend Eric, his battery died. And we had to wait on his friend because my truck's a hybrid. We can't jump his truck off in this thing. So we had to wait on his friend to get here. We left it on jumper cables for like 10 minutes. Nothing happened. So his battery's fuckered. So we have to leave his car here overnight. So that way he can get a battery tomorrow morning. But now we're gonna head home. I didn't film much. I'm going to commit honorable kill myself. I didn't record much at locals just because like I was just enjoying everyone's company. But tomorrow is recording day for Odeon. I'll record on here vlog-wise what I can, but I do intend on using this phone to record the Odeon stuff. So in between matches, there won't be a lot of recording just because I need the space for footage for the duels, because we're talking like 45-minute rounds. So I am going to get home and I'm gonna get ready for that. So I will see you guys whenever I get home. Good morning, world. It is a beautiful 10:42 a.m. on this Saturday morning. We have a few things we gotta do before we go to locals today. First off, we need to get some props because I want to record a bit for the Advanced GG sponsorship portion of the video that I'm going to be recording later today. And then I need to go, or first I need to go to my brother's house. I got him a tool bag. He's a working man now. And I got him a tool bag, so I gotta drop that off at his house. He doesn't live far from me, so it's not that much out of the way. And then, once we get there, we gotta record the Odeon video. And I got a bulk dive for some stuff for Edison, because I want to build an Edison deck before Nationals, because Obelisk is playable in Edison, and Obelisk is an actual good card in Edison format because he can't be targeted. So we're going to build a Monarch Frog Obelisk deck. We're going to try and cook with it and see if we can't make it work, but that might not be the option we land on. That might just be a option that we can take to Nationals. And we also need to get stuff for Speed Duel for Nationals, because Raw is a big contender in a Speed Duel, because your life points are half, so you start with 4,000, and Raw can easily get a 4K beat stick on the board. So we gotta get some stuff for that too. So we're gonna get some stuff packed. We're gonna get going, and we're gonna get this day started right. All right, let's grab not you. You're staying right in here. Get over there and grab you. My brother's neighbors are going to be so ungodly confused, but now my brother has a tool bag. So we did locals. I wish I could have gotten here sooner to do some warm-up matches to really learn the deck, but it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to use this local as my pet deck footage, because one, there are some cards I forgot to put in the deck before starting, so that's a big issue, because I would draw cards and there were empty sleeves because I was like in a rush, because I also had to record the beginning bit for the sponsorship section of the video. And then I'm actually going to hold on to you guys because we're about to hit a bump. And then there's the issue of games. Again, one of these days I'm gonna get a mount for this thing. But then there's the added issue of match 2 was against a buddy of mine who does not want to be recorded whatsoever. He doesn't want his face recorded, which we don't record faces, we record the field. But he also said that if I use our footage, I have to cut his audio off. Like, I can't have him talking in the video. I have to mute our audio and play like music or commentate over it, which, no, that's not the point of Pet Deck. The point of the Pet Deck is to show the full matches in their entirety. So that didn't get done. And then match 3 was against a literal child, which I have done before on the channel, but that is with people who have been on Konami's streaming stuff. And like, there's a kid that plays competitive, really good at the game, knows her stuff, and she's been on the official Konami streams before. So long as I have the parents' permission and they're cool with it, then I see no issue in doing so. But this kid has not. So I make a very point of, I don't record new players because they don't know what they're doing. And I don't record children who haven't already been on a Konami live stream, because then their face is already on the internet. So there's my thing. Also, they've also done deck profiles for other like competitive YouTube channels. So I feel less bad about asking them to be on, especially since their parent is there. So I'm hoping I can get to the next local in time to set up, because they start at 4:30 and it's currently 4:03 and I'm currently staring down a red light. So we're gonna try and get there. We're gonna try and set up. Also, the new Levier mics, mic quality is good. The sound quality is fine. I've listened back to it. I can fix it in post. It's nothing I can't fix on my end. The problem that I have with them, there's a guy who's playing this radio on his bike, so you might hear his music. But the problem I have with one of the fuzzy bits that go on it, that, you know, they act as like a pop filter and also as a noise reducer. This fucking thing, they gave me a broken one. It didn't want to screw onto the actual microphone. And I've come off and I've had to re-screw it so many times that it's just come undone with a plastic bit. So before I go on and request a refund for these, because I will be requesting a refund, I am, or at the very least, message people and say, hey, listen, these little doodads that you gave me a faulty one, it's not clipped into the microphone. I won't get a refund, but can you please just mail me another one? I'll be reasonable with that, because the actual mic quality is fine. But if they won't do it, I'm gonna get a refund, goddammit. And I have some that are meant for Rode mics that I got for Christmas. I had those on an Amazon wish list, and along with the Rode mics, because you can buy them separately. And I don't blame her in the slightest, but shout out mom. For Christmas, she got me the fuzzy bits, but I didn't get the microphones, which again, I don't blame her. They were like $300. And this dude is bound and determined to get us in a fucking accident because he's being stupid. And it's just like, I'm going to try and speed up past this guy to go past him. Uh-oh, I've made a critical error. So anyway, the microphones are like $300, so I don't blame her for not getting those. But I do have the fuzzy bits that go on these. I'm gonna try and hook it up to the other microphone. If it works, we're in business. If it doesn't, again, I'm gonna message them. I'm gonna try and be reasonable, just say, hey, listen, this piece doesn't go on the microphone. I've tried to the point where the actual hat has come off the little plastic bit. Can you just send me a new one of these and I won't ask for a refund? And if they say, no, we can't do that, okay, bet. Give me my $40 back. So that's gonna be it. Like I said, we are headed to the next local, and it is raining a little bit, so I'm probably gonna wind up leaving Blue Eye shoes in the car this time. I did bring the Blue Eye shoes inside to show everybody because they're dope, and I want people to see them. But looks like we might be leaving them inside because I don't want the box to get drenched. But yeah, we will be seeing you guys at the second local. Did not record anything at locals because we got here at like a buzzer beater. And what I mean by that is I set everything up to record and then locals are starting. So didn't really have time to record, interact with anybody, but it was really fun to see everybody once again. But now it's time to go eat. Saturdays, for those who don't know, is my cheat day. And that's because every day after locals, we go to Rain. Or every day after locals, every Saturday after locals, we go to Rain. So we're gonna make our way toward Rain Thai Bistro and eat down there. And we're gonna get our usual, which is fried dumplings with satay sauce, the peanut sauce, peanut butter sauce, whatever you want to call it. With mandarin orange chicken as our entree, and it's gonna be good. We might splurge a little bit and get a dessert with it. We might. Usually I'm too full for that. So it really just depends on how we're feeling afterwards. I might just take it home with us. And depending on when we get out of there, I might stop by McKay's, because the Dexter's game that I showed you guys, I went to go open it. The thing broke. The front cover broke. You can't replace the back, but you can replace the front. So I might go to McKay's and just try to find like a cheap PS1 game. Take the front cover off of it and just kind of swap them. That way the Dexter game is like good to go. And then try to get like a little bit of money back for it, just by taking it to McKay's and be like, hey, what do you guys want for this? Or just like, you know, sell it online for whatever. But yeah, we're gonna make our way to Rain. And after that, we usually bullshit in the parking lot for a little bit, talk with everybody. And then we're gonna head home. And from there, I'm going to upload all of this footage from the past week and plus locals on my computer. And I'm gonna record the last little bit that I need to record for Pet Deck. And we're gonna make a strong attempt to get Pet Deck uploaded and ready to go, or edited and ready to go, that I can be uploading while I'm at work. And hopefully the power won't go out while I'm at work, so that way it actually goes up. I'm hoping to have Pet Deck up by Wednesday. So that'll be a good thing checked off my list. And I need to figure out some type of weekly video for the channel. If you guys didn't know, notification used to be like a catch-all channel, but the YouTube algorithm doesn't like that. They don't like you playing video games while also doing IRL Yu-Gi-Oh content. They don't like that. It confused the algorithm. So notification started seeing success in Yu-Gi-Oh, so it became a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Even though I did not want it to be a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, it's kind of what it is. I have thought about starting another, on top of this channel, starting another channel where I live stream once a week, and I use that as a means to like play a story mode game or whatever, at least once a week. I'd like to do it 2 or 3 times a week, but I want to do it at least once a week, where I play through a story mode game and I can upload once the game is done on Twitch. I take the VOD and chop them up into episodes like I used to do on notification, and just upload them there and be like, you guys want to see what goes on my Twitch? This is it. This is what I do. And make some content off of that. Anyway, enough yapping. I'm going to get to Rain, and I'll see you guys there. That was dinner eaten, devoured, and dare I say, nibbled on. It was good. Dinner was good as always. Rain Thai Bistro, shouts out. They always make great food. It's always a pleasure to hang out with the guys after locals. Some people couldn't make it. It's getting that time of year where people are trying to save up money. A few of the guys are getting ready for work so that way they can save up for college. A few of the guys are saving up money to go on vacation, or they've got just, you know, generic trouble. That summer has a great opportunity to get more work in so we can get more money to tackle the projects you want to do, to go to the places you want to go to. And it was sad to know that they couldn't make it. Take 2. It's sad to know that they couldn't make it, but they are in our thoughts. Now it's time to get home and get this footage on a computer and get the rest of the footage for the sponsored section recorded, so that way we can get this pet tech video out. I also need to make the thumbnail. Usually I make the thumbnails during the rendering process of the video. I'll render out the video, and then I'll work on the thumbnail while it's rendering to kind of tackle two birds with one stone. So that way I'm not like just sitting there doing literally nothing while it's rendering, and I'm just like, well, now I just wait. I can like still be productive. So let's get home and let's get finished with the rest of this day. And that will be a wrap on the week of my life. Dog, I'm home now. This is actually just a bunch of ass. Let me show you guys what's going on. So I'm trying to connect to my Wi-Fi. No internet secured. Now this happens and I do mean every time the weather is not just clear. Now, if I step outside and show y'all what's going on, it is not raining whatsoever. It's drizzling a little bit, but it's not raining. This is a spectrum problem, and I've been dealing with it every time that the rain goes out, or that the weather's just not clear. Like anytime it rains, Spectrum just quits, and they don't have I don't know what internet companies don't understand about, like, hey, you need to be reliable in order to like be worth it. And in rural areas like where I live, they know damn well that it's them or nothing. And nowadays, you can't just function without the internet. You need the internet to do just about everything nowadays, and they know this, which it's just wild. I don't know how people can promote a product and not make it work.
Good morning, everybody. It is the next day, which means it has been a full week. I wanted to do a week of my life because whenever I made this channel, I wanted to post vlog content, but I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do like daily vlogs because of the fact of how my life is. It's not the fact that, you know, my life is boring and I don't like it. It's just that this is the reality of working a 9 to 5. You wake up, you go to work, rinse and repeat until your day's off, and you get a couple of days to work on some projects or be able to do what you want to do. And even then, Saturdays for me are the exact same things. I always go to play locals on Saturdays, and those days I use to record for Pet Deck, starting from scratch, stuff like that. So I just want to record a week of my life, and I don't think I'm going to record every Friday, but if I have a interesting thing that I'm doing that Friday, I will record that and post it here. I'm also going to be posting like just yapping videos, I guess you can call them, just me talking about stuff. And yeah, that's good. That's gonna be it. I just want to record a week of my life as video 1. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys leave a comment, leave a like, tell me what you think of the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.